Hello everybody, it's your boy Kerry here. Welcome to another video. Today is definitely a very beautiful day trading gold. We had CPI today, had buy analysis on gold during Asia. The trade setup smacked out during New York from the trade idea of 1 is to 3 ended up hitting 1 is to 7 on some accounts, 1 is to 6 on some accounts, right? Which is pretty much crazy, right? Because you can see right here this this was my 10k account which the payout got denied, right? If you see this week, thing is, you can see right here, I think you can see right here, this right here is a 6.6 r. It did went the trade went over 7 r, but due to the news rule I had to wait for some minutes before closing the trade, which eventually like retraced a bit. But yeah, we managed to secure some bread, made over 5% of my funding pips just from submitting. I think I got paid, this was on Monday. I got paid 4 figures, and the very next day I'm able to secure another 4 figures from the financial markets. That's crazy, right? And this is so far my best month in almost 4 years of trading. This is my best month trading the markets. So what about the setup? Let's get right into the breakdown. Let me show you guys everything, how I caught the beautiful buys on gold, right? Come with me. All right, boys, so coming over to the chart, this was Monday market open. We can see right here, before market open I had sales on gold. I think, yeah, I had sales on gold somewhere around here, right? I took these sales on Friday. This was the first sale I took. I took this setup right here. The mistake I did was price was already past 6 o'clock, right, PM. So my stop loss was just pretty much above this high, and I have a rule that whenever I'm trading past 6 o'clock London time, I'm trading gold, I'm going to increase my stop loss, giving it more breathing space to about 2 ounce, right? I completely like was off, forgot about it. This trade came, sniped me, because with this trade I was aiming to target this fair value gap right here for 1 is to 6.8. It ended up sniping my stop loss. Then I took this continuation during Asia. Why? This was just the continuation. Like I said, I'm mostly the type, I'm not the aggressive type, I'm mostly the continuation entry type. So I took this setup right here. This was the first entry during the 2 a.m open, right? Asia. Like I said, I needed Asia, the 2 a.m open, the big players for this to validate this area. If price was going to break past this area during the 2 a.m open, I knew that this place was going to be invalidated and go to most likely keep pushing up to these highs right here, but it didn't. It respected it. So, but I didn't take this trade on all my accounts since it was Friday, and I was risking less. I was risking 0. I think it's 0.4%. I made over 2%, over 3% from this setup alone, right? Risking small. This right here was 1 is to 6. But due to this spike down here, I think Trump gave a comment, ended up pushing price further down. So with market opening, I already had my bias. I was bearish on gold. You can see this store right here showing gold was bearish on the weekly, daily, hourly, 15-minute, and the 4-hour. I already had my bias coming in, so I just needed Asia to see what Asia was gonna do, right? If we fast forward price, we can see right here. The thing is, with that bias in mind, I think there was an hourly, yeah, this hourly AVG right here. I was taking this for a sweep, anticipating maybe there will be a quick retracement after this area was reacting, all this area right here. But then I wasn't still too like sure because of the 2 a.m open, so I risked 0.5% right here. I took buys, you can see I took buys, I think somewhere around here. Stops at this low right here. I think I was targeting this high somewhere here. It stopped me out then and waited for confirmation. But as soon as it stopped me out, right, the first thing I looked at was CVD. When it stopped me out, I saw the bearish CVD momentum. So coming in as usual, 50% off right here. Why did I take this? Because you can see during this 2 p.m. open, the 2 a.m. open for Asia, right, you will see that price indeed respected this area. Because price respected this area with the 2 a.m. candle, I validate this, but instantly validated the area for me. Most of my entries were here, stops at the Asian high, right? What was I targeting? I was targeting 340. Yeah, that was my take profit for 3.4 risk to the road. Then what happened again? If you notice that price gave another FVG right here. If you just delete this real quick for a clearer view, you can see price gave another FVG right here. So if I never took this first setup for confirmation, I would have taken this right here. This was the perfect entry. I was risking 0.5 here, right? On this, since I already took the first loss, so I was risking 0.5. So if in case it doesn't go my way, I'm gonna lose 1% for the day and I'll be done. So the setup decided to show some beautiful signs. Then I took this sales again right here, risking another 0.5% for 340, right? Let's see our stops were right here, and the same goes for this setup. Took my entries here and here, you can see. But then what happened? Price came, tapped in, played out perfectly fine. But then you can see what happened to price. It also gave another 15-minute FVG right here. Like, this is my best time frame, the 15-minute. If my inefficiency isn't validated on the 15-minute, I'm not taking the setup. I like my inefficiency to be validated on the 15-minute to print me a very good inefficiency on the 15-minute time frame. And I also like it that when it prints on the 15-minute time frame, it should give maybe a little accumulation and confirm it with 30-minute time frame. Those are one of my best fair value gaps to take trades off, right? You can see price came down and missed my take profit. I think price missed my take profit for about 2 to 3 ounce. Then what happened? You can see price came back. I was already break even on this trade because price already ran over 3 risks to reward, and I was targeting 3.5 here, 3.5 here, right? 3.38, 3.5 here. Then you can see price ended up tapping both my break even. My break even was straight. My SL was really trying to break even. But then as soon as price tapped, I was really feeling that urge to like enter. Even though if I entered the trade back, I would have made profits, but that wasn't part of the plan, and I'm trying to stay disciplined as much so I'll be able to preserve my funded accounts and my evaluations for the long run, right? Because the last time this happened, I took a trade. The trade was just like few pips away from my take profit that was going to pass, get me funded on my 50k account and secure me a payout. But what happened? Price came back, sniped my SL, trailed to break even, went back to my direction. So that was a really crucial mistake for me because I went straight that day, ended up losing well over 4%. I left the chat, went for my spots, clear my head and everything, came back. Luckily next trades were good trades, followed the plan, ended up recovering everything and passing those accounts, which are the accounts I'm currently trading right now. But you can see right here, I stay disciplined, I let it play out without me. Not every setup must play out with you. But then one of my QT funded accounts, since QT funded for me is like a shit firm, this was actually like breaking my rules right here. I wasn't supposed to take this sale, but on the account I was here in phase 2 for about close to 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks and 3 days, right? So I took the trade right here, targeted the 1:4. I think I risked about 1.2% to target 1:4. That's what I needed to like pass the account. And the trade, you can see right here, the trade played out perfectly fine. And just imagine this my trade, I was still here. For 18 CP, I would have smacked a beautiful number. But yes, it didn't play out. That was perfectly fine. Seeing the down move right now with Asia, right? If you see the down move here with Asia, the first thing I do is my top down analysis. As soon as I saw this pattern right here, because most of the times during Asia, I like my trades during Asia to like react either off a New York zone, right? Either off a New York supply or demand zone, or inefficiency at the premium or discounted area, or price should take out either the London and the New York highs or the New York lows during the Asia session. Then give me the 15-minute or the 30-minute inefficiency during the Asian session to validate the setup, right? As soon as price printed this, the first thing I did was go over to the 4-hour time frame. You can see right here on the 4-hour, we had this beautiful, this was the last sell to buy candle, meaning this was our demand zone, validated by this inefficiency right here, this 4-hour inefficiency. So I knew that with this push downward that gold has been given, we're definitely going to get a push back to filling maybe this inefficiency, right? These things happen. These are just patterns that happen most of the time. Also, price took out these lows right here, and as you all know, you wait. This is what I did. I wait. I need this candle. If this candle was going to react off this area and not close beneath this area right here, I wouldn't have taken this setup. But since it did close above here, I started taking my setups, my buys from here, right? If you see, as soon as the candle closed, most of the time I enter with limit orders. But since the market closed somewhere around here, I entered with aggressive buy orders. I gave it a little bit of breathing space. I was targeting somewhere around here. Wait, is this a buy? Okay. Entered here. Stop loss at this area right here and take profit here. Some accounts are 1:4, some are 1:3 point something. But you can see this was a setup right here. But then this was really aggressive, so I didn't like share it to my Discord or anything. But then after I got this confirmation right here, this right here, this inefficiency would be my normal entry to take and go longs again. This can be like my skill in position, right? After taking the first one, price didn't come back, and this was something similar that happened last week, right? Last week, trading gold, or was it last 2 weeks during NFP, right? During NFP, I think it was last week. During NFP, I took buys during Asia. Price came, started stalling just beneath my take profit. I had some take profit set somewhere around here, and this is just an example. It wasn't with this current price, and it was gold. But then what happened? Some of my accounts I closed due to the news rule and everything. But then I held on some of the accounts. Price ended up smacking during NFP. So you see, I was anticipating the same thing with CPI. I would just like to come in and choose to gamble, like maybe spam positions for buy or sell. No, I always like to take my trades before. Most of the times when setups are good setups, right, news will always most of the time favor you. I don't know about other people, but for me, over 85% of the times, my setups are great setups. Most of the times, news will always continue my direction with the setup. So what did I do? I removed my take profit on my Alpha Capital accounts, right? Because if price hits take profit during the news hour, the profit is going to be forfeited. But I held with funding pips because with funding pips, if you've taken the trade and held the trade for over 5 hours plus, you can take profit during the red folder news. It's going to be accepted. But yeah, this right here came in. You can see what happened. Price immediately like smacked. It was so fast because I had take profit set here on some accounts. Some accounts were open. My funding pips account ended up closing me somewhere around here, securing me about the 5.1%. That was 4 figures, right? On the evaluation, you can see right here, this was a beautiful textbook setup. I saw everything I needed to see, took the setup, let price do what it does best. And that's it for this video, guys, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out.